Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to take a look at Colossus as the Horseman of Apocalypse. It doesn't benefit him as much as it benefits characters like Gambit, Storm or Cable, but there is a reason for that, and that is Colossus as is one of the most powerful characters in the game and one of the most powerful mutant characters as well. So it does give him some perks, and we're going to discuss all his synergies here. We are running him with the regular Omega Red Emma Frost synergy. So Omega Red gives him more attack based on the number of armor ups, and Emma Frost gives him power gain based on his armors. So in longer fights, that is really good synergy. Both of them combine really well. But now for the other two synergies, we have Professor X and Apocalypse. So here this is probably the best synergy setup, as you can see here, for Colossus. And let's take a look at the storm fight was over while I was just talking about the synergy. So let's actually take a look here. So the Apocalypse thing gives him a prowess, and after you knock down the opponent, it also gives him this unstoppable, which is a bit of a safety net. He is also really tanky with all his armor ups, especially after his SP3. Like, he is ridiculously tanky, and he is bleed immune, so he doesn't benefit from the bleed not doing any damage thing. I wish he wasn't, because then he would be healing from the bleed, actually, from Suicide Masteries. And yeah, so here we used SP2. Also a huge shout out to Thiuda once again for sending this over. I do have a 565 Colossus, but I do not have an Apocalypse yet. So yeah, and as you can see, like 28 hits in, this fight is basically over. 117,000 crit there. It took 33 hits with class disadvantage. So Colossus is, like, he already was pretty insane, but he also gets a prowess and unblockable after you knock the opponent down, and the unstoppable for a bit of a safety net. Makes him overall, like, it makes him a really good character. Plus the other characters on this team, Omega Red, Emma Frost, Apocalypse, Professor X, are all insanely good characters as well. And even if you're not running Suicide Masteries, you have great Emma Frost, Professor X, Colossus are still going to be really good, even Apocalypse. And if you are running Suicide Masteries, then Colossus and Omega Red will probably do the heavy lifting. But like, it is a team where I can see people bringing 5 mutant characters in quest, and for a 3-team team, for a 3 champ team, I would still say that Colossus will benefit way more from the Omega Red and Emma Frost synergy. But for a 5 champion team, they are definitely good additions here. I saw one guy on YouTube taking down the Realm of Legend Wolverine in 5 hits or something like that. So basically parried a bunch and got to his SP2, used that, and that finished off the entire fight without, like, you don't have to worry about reversing or stopping his regeneration. 1 SP2 and the entire Wolverine, Realm of Legend Wolverine, is gone. And he is really solid for Labyrinth of Legends, and the unstoppable, unblockable, it just makes him even better. Like, it isn't game changing like the Omega Red synergy or the Emma Frost synergy. Again, those are definitely better, but this is helpful. And like, I really like Colossus with this 5 champ, these 4 synergies. As I said before, all these characters are really powerful. So as you can see, like, 4 minutes in and we are already at Wolverine. We didn't start from Winter Soldier, to be fair. We did start from Storm, I think, but like the first heavy attack, the quickness where you can get the real damage is just insane. For characters like a lot of characters like She-Hulk, Star-Lord, they require a bit of ramp up, and Colossus technically also does require a ramp up once you get more armor ups. Then you actually, and that's the reason for longer fights. I do believe that Colossus does benefit a lot from being at a high signature level, so that he can get more armor ups like reliably from his SP2. But even like my SIG 21 does just fine in Labyrinth. I've tested it out on a lot of fights, and here, like you can see, you don't even have to charge the heavy attack. You could here in Realm of Legend, you don't have limbo like you do in Labyrinth, so you can, and it will increase your attack by a little bit, by a decent amount actually, but it's not required. And look at that SP2, it was really solid, and that was 26,000 medium attack to finish it off. So I've made a lot of videos about mutant characters, a lot of damage comparisons, and I get a lot of mutant rank up questions in general because it is a really stacked class and it could be really confusing who to rank up. I really believe that Colossus, even without his synergies, and especially with his synergies, is probably the best mutant character, unless you run Suicides, and then maybe Omega Red with Suicides, and Magneto is also really close to these two. So it's a really good tight competition, and with the Apocalypse synergy, almost the entire mutant class is just great characters. So really like what they have done with Apocalypse, and I also have some 5-star rank 4 Apocalypse gameplay coming maybe later today or tomorrow. And Apocalypse as well is a really solid addition to the mutant class all by himself, and I kind of underestimated him in the start, but now that I've seen more gameplay, I really like him. And I hope you saw that huge SP2 finishing off the fight. Now we have the final fight here. Another thing that I want you to notice here is his sustainability with Suicide Masteries. So we are taking recoil damage every fight, but the second SP2 kills it, and at the start of every other fight you kind of heal everything back from the healing that we are getting from willpower from the poison being on us. So that works out really well. As you can see, we have full yellow bar here. The parry damage that we are taking is also getting healed up, which is making him an extremely also, like, you are healing this for entire fight because the poison is permanent. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this synergy setup here, and that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, subscribe to the channel for more content, and stay safe. Bye bye.